Good morning. Welcome to my stream. Checking my mic. Okay, it's working. Uh, Hello and welcome back to my stream. I'm Random Art. I stream mixed media art on the weekends and games throughout the week. Occasionally, I come back later on the weekend and play a game. Today is going to be kind of like a short stream. I've been working trying to get books ready to be bound. Um, I haven't quite finished. It's been like a terrible week for me. I haven't been feeling too well. That includes today, but I'm gonna like show you like how far I got, and then I'm probably gonna just try to do a face, just try to like be still and not be too active. So that's what my plan is. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream. Like I said, I wanted to do something, even though, and then hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow and I can buy two books, at minimum one. Um, like I got all the stuff ready. It's just that this main book, let me turn to the camera part. I don't know why my camera wanted to turn crooked. So this one, I don't know if you remember it when I showed it last weekend. It wasn't to this point, and the only reason why I didn't show a lot of this on stream is because I sew. A lot of it involves sewing, and I really can't get my sewing machine. I mean, my yeah, in frame yet. Believe me, I'm working towards that. So I've added pockets and tabs. I just haven't finished sewing all the pockets and tabs. And then some of the places I added some collage. Like I added some collage to this one, and then like I said, I added the pockets. I end up doing like what I said I was gonna do: cut strips and make them in the pockets. Some of the pages didn't. I didn't add anything. Like this one, I didn't add anything. This one was already done. This one I didn't add any. But I did add the little like fold out thing that I said I might add. I added that in. Added collage to this one as well as a tab. Um, yes, yeah, I really didn't add anything to this. And then some of them, this got removed because I accidentally like sewed it in a stitch, so I took it out, and it kind of works to my advantage the way I need to set it up to be bound. Um, and like I said, I'm gonna try to show you that tomorrow. My plan is to try to like start off the morning with setting up some rusted papers. Like I said, it just depends. I hope I feel better tomorrow, not just to stream, but just to feel better out overall. Um, so I didn't do anything to this page. This one I added some collage to both sides, as well as adding a tab. I added some collage to this one. I think this one was one of the blank pages, so I did add collage to this. And like I said, I added this in there. It was like a fold a fold out type thing that I ended up adding. And then like some of the pages I didn't do anything to, like that one. It was a nice jelly print that really didn't need anything added to it. Um, didn't add anything to that one. Added some collage to this one. And some of them I added collage where I was gonna add a tab to strengthen the page. Because when I made this book, let me see, I didn't use my regular thick paper because I'm making it for me. And when I'm making books for me, I don't always use like the thickest paper. So, so since this wasn't like the thickest paper, I collage where I needed, where I was gonna add a tab to strengthen the page, strengthen the paper. And then I added a pocket on this side. Um, um, so I added this pocket as well as some collage. Um, I added more collage to this drawing I had already put in here. I just didn't have it glued all the way down, but I added some collage around it and added just some paint and I think rubber stamp. Was it rubber stamp? No, a stencil. Yeah, to add some paint and stenciling to this page. The other part was already jelly printed, so that's the only thing I added to that one. Didn't add anything to this one. Didn't add anything to this page. This tab was already on there. So this one I don't think I added a lot. No. So I didn't really add anything. The only thing I think I added some this strip on here like I said again to strengthen this page. That's it, and the tab. And then I added a pocket. Yeah, I added a pocket to this side. Trying to see which one I'm gonna draw in. Um, didn't add anything to this one. I sewed the pocket. The pocket wasn't sewn when I showed it last time. Added this tab. So this side was already strengthened with some collage that was already there. And then I just added like some additional stitching at the top. So yeah, this is another one that I didn't really add too much to. Added something to this side, collage and a tab. So I don't think I added. All of these pages were already like this, so I didn't add. Oh, I did add collage to this one and glued this down, and then added a little bit of stitching to that one. And then this one, I just added a little collage and the tab again. And then I did add a lot to this page. Added the center collage and of course the other side of the tab. So I just spent like a day making a bunch of tabs with some of the sewn scraps that I had, just basically like folding them over. And some of them I rounded the edges, and then some of them I just left straight. And then that's what I've been using to make the tabs, like have a little bit of something on both sides. I don't think I added anything else. Yeah, this pocket was already here. Added this pocket to this side. Added collage on this page. This page wasn't done. So this is some of the jelly prints we did. I don't know if these are the ones we did last Sunday, but one of the Sundays doing our jelly printing session, and of course this one I wet so you could see what was underneath. So, and then I added a tab to this side. Didn't add anything else. This one I added collage to it again so I can add the tab, to strengthen the page. I added collage, and then along with collage I was also stamping. So that's one of the other things I was doing, just adding some stamps. Either um, this ladder stamp, I would either add like part of it or some of it. This is a sept after stamp. So that are numbers, just like with this randomizing the numbers or adding the numbers. Those two are the main stamps that I was using, just to add some consistency throughout the book. Um, and then I also added this full page collage along with the pocket. Um, so, and then this is the other side of the tab. Like I said, I was making them a little bit decorative with the strips that were left over from making the pockets. And then I added collage to this. And some of the ones that are still here, I loosened them, like I said, to the way I need to do the weaving. I have to put this over something. Like I said, I'll show you. I had one prepared, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So that's one of another reason why I was trying to see if it was just next to me. I thought I put it in the bag with all the yarns and stuff. I can show you those too. I don't see the cardboard. And I think the cardboard that I was trying to set up to weave over is too thick. So I got to try to find some either. I like to use like plastic packaging, but I don't have any that I know of. So I added a tab to this one. I'm kind of getting off track. I'm sorry. And then this was already a pocket. I just sewed around it as I was kind of sewing the tab on. And then I don't think I added anything. This is where I'm going to draw the face, I think. Trying to see if I added anything else. Oh, I added this pocket as well as some collage on the back. I'm going to leave this one open because this is where I'm going to draw the face. I added a pocket to this one and a tab. And I can't remember if I did this on stream or not, but like I said, I added some stamping and the numbers and basically that same stamp. Did I add anything else? I don't think I added anything else other than the pocket. I didn't add a lot to this one either. I did add this. This was like one of the tabs that I was going to use, but I thought it would look nice on a page, so I added that on this page. Added the tab. Well, this one I already had a tab, but I redid the tab that was on here. I add anything else? I don't think I added anything else. Oh, yes, I did. I added this pocket in the back that I need to sew. And I think just this little collage paper at the top. I think that's all I added to that one. This one I added some collage and the pocket. I added this tab as well as this collage and also a pocket over here. Then I just added a little stamping so the pages will still flow together. I might add more to this one, but I can do that after the book is bound. I added a little piece of collage to this side too. It was something that was already sewn, and then I added a tab, like I said, because you could see like how flimsy the page is without this on there. So I'll probably add more collage to this to strengthen it, but I kind of like it the way it is, so I might add the collage on this side, so I can make sure that that page is strong. And I don't think I added anything. Okay, yeah, I added this to this page along with the tab. Most of the pages that I added tabs to, I probably added collage, like I said, to strengthen the page. So this is the other side of the tab. I might have added pockets. I think I added this under here to strengthen where I have this envelope connected, so I wouldn't have any problems later. Because at first it was just being held together with a piece of washi tape on both sides, but that wasn't like a real strong hold. And then also I added this pocket on the back, and as well as some collage. And this is some of the paper I think we made last Sunday. And then again, stamping. So that's kind of what I do to finish most of my books. Add tabs and pockets, and then sew around the pockets. So all of the tabs and pockets are not sewn around. And again, if I had the cardboard thing to show you, it might still be in this bag. Let me show you some of the yarns I got to do the weaving. So this is some of the yarns and fibers that I'm gonna use to weave the back of the book. This one I just purchased this like a couple weeks ago when my nieces was here. We went to like a yarn store. Mostly I think with this book I'm gonna use this because that goes well with it. And then I might use this but I'm definitely gonna use these. So all of these colors came together, and I thought that they would look good, especially the greens and stuff. And then like with some of these other yarns, like some of these purples. This is kind of why I pulled this bag out, because I wanted to add, it's a lot of purples in this book. Probably gonna add these to it. I thought about weaving with some fabric, and I may or may not weave with the fabric, but mainly I took this out to do this one because I might use well, I'm gonna use some ribbon. But let me put this back. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna use these purples with this, and then this just came with like a weaving kit. So I don't know if I'm gonna use any of that, but that's what I'm gonna use. That's what happens when you don't feel good. Also, the covers. big enough. Sometimes I like to make the covers. This might work. Not as tall and as the book. I don't know. I really like this gray part. That might be too understated. That might need to go with the other book. So I might use this cover. That one's too short because sometimes I like to make the cover where it's not quite as tall as the book, but I'm probably going to use this cover and cut this one down. Yeah. And then use this one for this book right here. I don't know. Now I might be changing my mind. But I do like this gray part. I'm just not too crazy about this part, so I might keep the gray part and cover this with like some handmade paper. I'm trying to debate if I want to do the cover where it's not quite as tall. I don't know. But I'm kind of moving too much. So let me start you on the face. Um, so I was gonna draw it on here. I might do more than one, but so I normally just start like with the eyebrows somewhere on the page, and then once I have that established, decide what kind of eye. If I'm gonna make one with the lid or one without the lid. I think for this one, let's make an eye with the lid. And I normally don't always draw the whole eye. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just draw just like the eyeball part or something like that. And then even though like this is maybe like an overly busy page, sometimes I leave the colors that's on here, but sometimes I might go over with some white or something like that. And then like this is a ink tints pencil, and then this is charcoal gray. I like using this pencil because it's kind of like, well, I was gonna say kind of like a watercolor pencil, but it's more like more water soluble. Like when I move it with the water, it'll move, but once it dries, it's permanent after that. So like once I move it with the water, at the beginning it'll move, but after that, it dries permanently. So I just I, I, I it's I don't make them always symmetrical. Sometimes the eyes are lopsided, but I mean I'm doing mixed media. I'm not really trying to do like a portrait or anything like that. But I I wanted to do something, but I needed to do something that was less physical because even me just pulling that yarn out the bag kind of got me out. And then the nose. So just me kind of sitting here doing this is not overexerting and not too much. So a lot of times I will use, let me move this over, either white paint or white paint mixed with glazing medium, if I want to add like white to it, like if I want to come up, go over these colors, let me show you. This is just some freezer paper. Um, uh-oh, it was coming out after I was moved. Oh, this is just glazing medium, the satin. And then I sometimes use gesso, but I couldn't find my white gesso. I just have the clear gesso. And I'm probably going to pour some of that out too. Um, and then I got a paintbrush next to me in some water. So let me pour a little bit of the clear. I'm just trying to pour where I know what's what. So if I don't want to add color, I grab the clear. And if I do want to add color, I grab the white with the glazing medium. And then I was just gonna show you how this moves when you add water to it. I don't know if you could tell that it's moving, but like I said, once you let it dry, it's permanent. So as I'm kind of moving the paint, I'm trying to kind of add some of the like the shadows and stuff, but I'm lightening it. I can't even say the word that I'm trying to say. Oh, this is a little bit of satin medium. So that's where the drop fell. Once it dropped, that'll be fine. But see how I was able to move it with the water. Um, I really do appreciate you guys checking out the stream when you do get a chance. I honestly appreciate it. I appreciate the lurkers, the chatters. So I'm just trying to move this a little bit around the nose. And then while it's not all the way dry, if you need to make corrections, this is the time you can make the corrections. Yeah, I was saying I appreciate the chat, the lurkers, the people that come back and watch the VODs. I I'm like I said, I want to build a community, and I'm glad that I am bring you some things that you like, whether it's the games or the art. I just honestly appreciate all of it, and I just want you to keep enjoying the stream. You know how you feel like enjoying it. If you a person that likes to talk, I appreciate it when you chat. If you just a person just like to sit back and watch, sit back and watch. Enjoy the stream the way you like to enjoy. Don't change any of that. I don't want to like change anybody or make anybody feel uncomfortable. That's why I always say I appreciate the lurkers because I'm a big lurker in a lot of streams. I might initially start off speaking and saying hello, but for the most part, I'm a big lurker. So I understand the lurker, the lurker personality, because I'm a lurker personality. Um, you know, so I don't know if for some reason I've been having like a migraine off and on for a couple days. So, and it's coming with some nausea, sometimes real bad nausea, and sometimes light nausea. That's why I said I can't really move the way I want to move today. But oh, it's an ad break coming, so I don't know if y'all could still see me doing the ad. So I might just pause for a minute doing the ad break. Um, Cause I don't know what the situation is. I know in some people's stream you could still see the streamer off in the corner. Oh, well, maybe the ad, we was already in the ad. I don't know, y'all. I just looked up and saw that thing that telling me something about an ad. I apologize if I was doing something doing the ad. Like I'm not 100 today um, at all. But like I was saying, I don't know. I know when I'm in other people's channels and they're in an ad, unless they have something else that come on and doing the ad. Like some people have an ad screen and they have other stuff, but if they're still working, I know you can see them off to the side. Um, let me see. Sometimes when I'm painting, oh, it's in progress. This ad thing. Hmm. Just kind of fixing the eye a little bit. I didn't even turn on no music. It really show you I'm not 100%. What? Clear. I was gonna like work with the white and the glazing medium on the lips, but I decided to work with the clear gesso instead. I'm sorry, I didn't even have the music on. That's when I know that I'm not 100%. I might add a little bit white, just cause I don't. Um, well, I'm gonna add a little bit in the middle. the nose area because it's quite dark right there. I don't want it that bright. Use another finger. And then, like, once this dry, I come back to it and touch it up more. But I just wanted to make the nose come forward a little bit. I think I've been trying to figure out how and what I could bring like to a weekday stream. I might just maybe bring like a short me doing like journal spreads, a couple journal spreads. Um, I don't. I rarely make my chins real long. I don't know. I really kind of make them close to the lips, and then I just kind of square out the face. That's not really a square, and then start coming up to the top. And I almost always touch the eyebrows. I don't know why. Uh, but yeah, I like using this pencil because it's very forgiving, and then like if you have extra lines, you can get rid of them. Uh, Fairly easily. Um, and you could just use straight water to move the pencil line. Sometimes I just like to like do two things in one. Um, like especially I don't want it to be dark, even though this isn't black. When you just with just a straight line, it still comes across as real dark. So that's why sometimes I use like gesso or white paint or white gesso. That one, this one, I'm just using straight white paint because I really don't want that to be that dark. Um, One of the things I do sometimes is to avoid it being white on the inside. Is like move the black line on the outside. So just kind of feather it out and move it on the outside of the face instead of on the inside of the face. So I'll often like do that like in the neck area. Like instead of moving it on the inside, because all you have to do is move it so. And sometimes if I don't want the line to move at all, I'll draw the face completely in pencil, and then put some glazing medium on the jelly plate, and then just do it on there. That way it makes the line permanent, but it doesn't move the line. So then this is also when I started kind of shaping the chin the way I want it to be by moving the paint down instead of inside the face. And then if you really like make a mistake, something you don't like, you can wait till it's completely dry and paint over it and then redo the line to get it how you want it to be. So that's how it's looking so far. And then, like I said, that's another reason why I don't like to start with a white page, because I already have a lot of color in it already, just by starting on a page that already has a lot of color. Um, Let me see how I'm gonna make the head. I did kind of want to make hair, but I really don't have a lot of room. This is rather a short page, but I thought it needed something, so a face was a pretty good option for a fold out page. So that's why I kind of really don't worry about if I make something that I consider a mistake, because you can always go back and fix it with this medium. And then this is also when I kind of shape the head too, and then at the same time putting a little shadow and stuff outside, so to bring the head forward. If I don't know, if I knew that y'all didn't mind me like working on a book, even though like I'm gonna be sewing and I can't show that part, I would do a lot of this stuff on stream, because I mean, seeing the collage part, I guess is good to see. Um, my ears never work out too even. Sometimes they don't even work out being similar. Um, Sometimes I go back and correct it. Sometimes I don't. If I could say anything is my weakness, I guess it would be ears. But like I said, this is not a portrait of somebody. This is like a mixed media. So do like some earrings. So I might do that, add some earrings. Might need to let this dry before I start adding in some like whites, light. And then I like to make everything a little translucent, especially if it's like a colors that I like already on here. So like I kind of like this red being on here. So um, and then if I take too much of the line away, I can always add the line back in. That's how she's looking so far. Uh, Maybe I add some small, cause I did want to add hair and some earrings. So maybe I just add the small ones that I add sometimes, and I just do this. Like I don't know what kind of hair this is really representing, but it's just what I do to add hair. I like to add the big ones, but this is not gonna let you add some big ones. It's just gonna let me add the small ones. Yeah. And then I might just go to the ear. Yeah. Then let's move this. Um, I'm kind of mixing the white paint and the clear gesso. That might be too much. I didn't want it to be white in here. That is too much, so I might have to let that dry and kind of bring that line back. Move, use some of that to move it. Cause I still wanted you to be able to see some of the color coming through. sister was asking me a question, so I kind of got lost in the sauce with what I was doing. Um, Trying to take some of the black from over here and add it back in around some of this. And then, of course, I'm gonna come back with like some black paint. You can also I can also just go directly with my paintbrush to get some black off of here and use that. Then I just have to add the white part back in after this dries. And these ink tints come in all types of colors. I have it in some more colors other than like the black and the grays. Hey Art, how you doing? I think I will just go on like darken the hair. Doing well. You? I'm not doing too hot today. That's why I was just gonna do like a short stream. I'm 60%. I'd say a good 60%. But I wanted to add this girl to this book, so I said let me just turn it on and do that as long as I can. You start. Yeah. It's just one of those. It's been one of those weeks. I guess I could say. Re-wet my paintbrush. It's getting a little dry. I might need to get the black one. No, I'm gonna stay with this because I started with this, and if I get black, it's gonna be too dark. Anything I could do for you? No, just coming by saying hello. That's that's a good thing. Like I said, I like when my people come by, even if they just gotta say hello and jet. That's something. But thank you for asking. You letting that beard grow back yet? Barely. So I probably let this dry and then go over it again once it's dry. Try to add some light and dark shadows or something so you'll know it's hair. It's, you're worse than you know. Am I really? We probably about the same. We probably about the same. I just was wondering if you was tired of looking like a young whippersnapper. She actually comes my strength and harasses me too. Somebody got to do it when I'm not there. Somebody's got to do it. I'm looking a bit youthful. This is true. Yes, it's true. What did they say when you first came back to stream with no beard? Did they say, who are you and what have you done with art? N- no one said anything? What? Because they ain't you and Young. We're going to have to make a correction there. Something has to be said. See, now I'm going to have to catch a stream. We got to correct that. Yum needs her backup. Oh no. Yeah, she needs her backup. I'm wondering if I can have the flu and not have a lot of symptoms, because that's what it feels like. It feels like I have the flu. I just thought about that. That's exactly what it feels like. Might, yeah, because I feel more feverish. I guess you could say that. I'm just trying to correct this ear. I didn't like it. I think I didn't like because I started putting the black inside of it, and I should have did it like I did the other one on the outside of it. So I might have to do a little work to correct it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's why I said I was just gonna do a short stream. Um, I took some cold medicine last night because I was feeling it, but it helped me sleep at least that at minimum. But so I might have to paint over this one and really correct it. I don't know if it's not dry all the way. I might can remove it. But like I said, once it's dry, it's permanent. So, oh, it's not dry all the way. This is a baby white, so I'm trying to take some of it off. Cause yeah, I didn't like the way the ear was forming. Some of it is dry. All of it is not gonna come off. So I might just do that and let it dry, and then come back and draw the ear in. trying to see if there's anything else I want to add. I'm gonna grab some lunch. Hope you start feeling better. Okay. Uh, Thank you for stopping by. Like I said, I wasn't gonna be on that long. This is what she's looking like. I think I'm just gonna make like a ball. Nothing too fancy. You know what? Maybe I can cut some collage circles. Trying to see if I had any paper in here that mostly what's in here that will go with this. Hugs to you, my friend. Okay, thank you. Enjoy your lunch. Uh-oh. So I might do that and then go around it with the pencil. Just so I can have some color. But making a circle, I don't have a small circle punch. All the circle punches I have are large. That might be too big. I'm gonna cut the other one. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Try to cut them similar or close in size. Yeah. Cause like down here, it's nothing going on. What am I second? Are they stuck together that much? Or did it fall somewhere else that I'm not seeing? Cause I certainly don't see it. Oh, they are stuck together. I'm like, man, yeah. So this one will be kind of up a little bit. So let me glue these down. And then I might like put like a cross about a crop, draw like um like a circle around it, and then let me see if I can take this out. And it kind of don't matter that it's dark right there, because that can add to my background. Yeah. Yeah. So I might need to go around there a little bit more if the glue didn't get all the way to the edge. to see if this was dry and if I can attempt to do this ear again. I just wanted it kind of longer like that other one. And then I'm gonna go on the outside of it, and then I'll probably come back in and add some lightness in, just so I can fix it a little bit, so it won't blend so much with the hair. And then what I also might do, I'll let it dry a little bit. Add some teal somewhere else in here, so the earrings won't be the only thing that has this teal color. Like maybe where it's white with some glazing medium, add some teal. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just add some teal in the background up at the top, and then make this part dark. That's what I think I might do. I was looking for a piece of paper to put under there. A piece of scrap something. Oh, I can use this. Probably just gonna stay on maybe another 20 minutes, because like I said, let me see if I have a bigger paintbrush. And just a little teal. That's about enough. I'm gonna use the glazing medium. I might was trying to see. This got some green in it too. But I'm gonna like do like the first glaze probably with this teal, and then I'll probably add additional glazes. But like I said, I still want you to be able to see what's around it. But I think I need to add some green in, even if I add it in with like a stamp or a stencil. Cause yeah, this is more green than teal. But then I also might add some of this to the earring. I'm gonna leave that part red, cause I do like that red. And I'm pretty sure this page started off as a jelly print, like most of them do. But yeah, you could always add to them. And I think, since I really don't know what green that is, I'm trying to think if I have like a circle stamp that might work. add this teal to the bottom. I mean to the earrings a little bit. I think that's about how far down I'm going before I add some more of this darkness. And I think I'm just gonna add it with the pencil. Maybe like draw a little bit and then wet it and move it with a baby wipe. But I'll wait till this is more dry. Or when I draw the circle around it, use the paintbrush to make the black bleed out to the background like I've been doing. Cause I don't know. I was trying to grab a green. I don't know what green that could possibly be. Let me see if I add a little bit of this one. Take the top part out. That might be it. It looked like it. I'm just watering it down a little bit. Maybe add a little white to it. That might be it. And then put some of that in the background too. Just so we have that color. And I think I'm gonna wipe some of that away because I do like the background showing. So yeah, let me wipe some of that away. I don't want to totally get rid of the background. And it doesn't have to like really honestly match perfectly. But then again, like I said, I might wait till this dry and add some more to it. I know this isn't dry, but I might go around it with the pencil at minimum, but not wet it yet. Let that dry first. So that's how it's looking so far. And yeah, this is just a short flip, so I got a pocket on the inside that I still need to sew. I might end up drawing one in here too. I don't know yet. So then you think that you just see this one, and then when you open it up, it's another one on the inside. So I'm just gonna go around this. I probably need to sharpen this back up first. Yeah, cause if I go like across it, I want it to be straighter. I mean, more defined. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. And that one I really didn't draw it on it. I draw it on the outside because I want to move the pencil with the water. Or something like that. Yeah, that's gonna be cute. And then I'll just draw a line from the ear to that. One side, did all the wet work behind it. Thank you guys for being here. I just wanted to come in and do something, and I knew I wanted to draw a face here. think I said that like a long time ago. So I'm probably gonna add some more to it. I don't know if I add any more color to the face. Maybe some more highlighting, um, like especially like the nose. I might lighten that up a little bit more, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just leave it like the original paint color, and what I've done is just like go over it with the glazing medium and paint just to lighten it up slightly. So I may or may not lighten it up a little bit more. Then of course I got to put the white in the eyes, but I do that like with paint or with a Posca pen. But thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do the binding tomorrow. I'm just hoping that I'll feel better. I'm gonna go take some more medicine and lay down, and I'll just play it by ear. I'll just let y'all know what happened. Well, I'll try to let y'all know if I stream, if it's gonna be a short stream or a regular stream. If I don't feel up to it, y'all may not see me until Monday evening or Tuesday. But thank you guys for being here. Like I said, if you were chatting, thank you. If you were lurking, thank you. If you just came back and watched the VOD, thank you. Until next time.